In Millennials and Money, we are hearing reports that millennials are using their stimulus checks to stimulate their own investments. Let's bring in the CEO of Astor Investment Management, Rob Stein. Hello to you, Rob. What do you think about this investing that's going on with millennials?
Well, it's always a good idea to start investing and investing early. And the millennial generation, and keep in mind that that's a pretty big range, has more disposable income than they have in the past for all the reasons that we've mentioned before. And they're putting some of that money to work. They're using apps for investing. They're contributing to their IRA and 401k, and of course, those day trading apps. And what's happening right now with the positive tailwind that the stock market has, it appears easy, right? You invested a few stocks, you wait it out a little bit, and they seem to go up. We know that that's not going to be the case forever, but right now it's creating a tailwind. Additionally, the millennials that I speak to and some in our office are saving more than ever before. They're starting to buy assets like houses and cars. A larger percentage of their paychecks are going into the stock market, and it's actually creating a bit of a wealth effect, a bit of an acceleration from the years in the past for the millennials. Good for them.
Good for them indeed. But it's easy, as you know, to invest when the stock market is going up and up and up. But what about when it's going down, down, down?
When I first got in the market, there was an old adage that don't confuse a bull market with your brilliance. So what we are seeing is a very big tailwind and a lot of investors buying smaller shares pushing the market up. But you're right, diversification is important, looking for long-term investments versus short-term investments, dollar cost averaging, looking at where the economy is so that you can determine if you want to increase your exposure or decrease your exposure. And Angie, that brings me to what's happening in the economy right now. A lot of money is entering the banking system, but not getting into the economy, but that's creating the potential for inflation. And inflation is showing up in stock prices as well. But if you notice, when you go to the supermarket or buy other goods, prices are higher. And dare I say, we're having shortages of things. Now, this isn't like a third world country where you're walking into a supermarket and you can't get food, but some of the things you particularly like, you might have to use complementary goods for. You know, the old chicken instead of steak scenario. And I'm seeing that slowly every day. Back to school supplies, my son couldn't find the right type of pencils with erasers. Various cereals are a little bit of shortages where there's other ones, but you know, the millennials could take advantage of the inflation trade, if you will, continue to invest, lots of easy ways to invest through multiple apps, and keep an eye on economic fundamentals or how the market is performing to adjust your risk and diversification.
Rob, what sectors are attracting millennial investors?
They like things that, I'm going to use a word that is often cited in the financial media, is disruptive technology, things that they think they understand that my generation doesn't, that's going to make things bigger and better and faster. They have wide ideas. I can't tell you how many times that generation has told me this is going to change the way you fill in the blank. And sometimes they're going to get it right. And sometimes they're going to get a pets.com, which you and I remember. But generally speaking, that risk taking right now is paying off for the home run type of investment, whether it's crypto or some new type of cloud computing. That won't be the case. They'll get their fingers burnt and they'll go back to traditional diversification, but they really like things they think my generation doesn't understand.
All of us are going to have to keep up and know what's going on in the world. Thank you so much, Rob Stein.
Thank you, Angie. I'll see you soon.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.